was in the North Country. One night in December, 3 of my boys left the trading post. The first, Mathieu Lajoie, was going to a party. The second, Ben McDougal, was off to do some trading. And the third, Alexis Vermette, was a Métis guide. Well, he just liked to wander in the wild. So there they were, all 3 of them, each on his own. Lajoie hasn't even got halfway to his party when doesn't a whiskey jack land on his parka sleeve. Meanwhile, McDougal changes his plans to track a wolverine. All of a sudden, he hears music in the middle of the wood. He turns left to see what's happening. Vermette was already following the music. It came from the north, where now they see the northern lights. The 3 men find themselves in the same clearing. Lajoie had his breath taken right away. The other 2 jump as if they'd just woken up. It was clear something very strange was happening. The whiskey jack is still there, and Ben's compass is acting strangely. Then they hear a sort of noise floating over their heads. It's the northern lights up above, surrounding the clearing. That frightens the 2 winterers. But not Vermette. He knew what was happening. He lifts his arm and says, "We'll go that way." Well, the 2 others follow. While they were walking like that, following the northern lights, animals begin to come out of the dark corners of the forest. Animals who seem to want to follow them. Ben and Maturin shake with fright. Vermette says not a word. And then, a huge, many-colored bird appears in front of them. The vision speaks, says something in Cree, and disappears. Only Vermette understands. That Métis, he understands everything. The 3 men keep walking. By this time, the northern lights were directly over their heads. Vermette pushes aside a branch. They had arrived. Before them, a little child with his mother and father. And then they feel a great warmth inside. Vermette kneels and offers his pemmican. McDougal offers the wolverine fur from around his hood. And Mathurin, the 1,000-strand ceinture fléchée his mother had made for him. Never tell me that that was a night like any other night.
The ticket bag sitting up the river.
was a boy growing up in a small village in Quebec, two events were mandatory: the Mass on Sunday and the Saturday night hockey game.
C'est l'équipe au Canadien. Blake, Masdell et Richard. Voilà la mise au jeu. La caoutchouc passe de Masdell à au Blake. Blake se rend jusqu'au centre de la glace, s'approche de l'échec par Émile Bouchard qui reprend la rondelle. Les deux se bousculent le long de la clôture. Et l'arbitre siffle un hors-jeu. 33 secondes à cette troisième période et toujours Canadien 2, Toronto 2. La rondelle est mise au jeu. Émile Bouchard reçoit la rondelle à la ligne bleue. Il lance vers le filet de Broda. Le disque est pris par Stewart, qui à son tour lance le caoutchouc à la ligne bleue. Et c'est Blake qui reçoit la rondelle. Il passe à Masdell. Masdell à Richard. Richard lance. Et goal! Maurice Richard. C'est maintenant 3-2 pour le Canadien. Alors qu'il ne reste plus que 14 secondes à jouer en troisième période. Maurice Richard avec des passes de Blake et Masdell. Plusieurs joueurs du tricolore sont sur la glace pour féliciter Richard.
I remember very well the winter of 1946. We all wore the same costume as Maurice Richard did, the red, white, and blue costume of the Montreal Canadiens, the best hockey team in the world. We all combed our hair like Maurice Richard, and we used a kind of hair glue to keep it in place. We laced our skates like Maurice Richard. We taped our sticks like Maurice Richard. We cut his picture out of all the newspaper, and we knew everything there was to know about Maurice Richard. On the ice, when the referee blew his whistle, both teams would rush at the puck. We were 5 Maurice Richards, again 5 other Maurice Richards, throwing themselves on the puck. We were 10 players, all wearing the uniform of the Montreal Canadiens, all with the same burning enthusiasm. We all wore the famous number 9 on our backs. How could we forget that? One day, my Montreal Canadien sweater was too small for me, and it was ripped in several places. My mother told me, if you wear that old sweater, people are going to think we are poor. And then she did what she did whenever we needed clothes. She started to look through the catalog that the Eaton Company in Montreal sent us every year. My mother was proud. She never wanted to buy our clothes at the general store. The only clothes that were good enough for us were the latest styles from Eaton's catalog. My mother did not like the order forms that were included in the catalog. There was too much English on them, and she did not understand a word of it. When she ordered my hockey sweater, she did what she always did. She took our writing pad and wrote in her fine school teacher's hand, "Dear Mr. Eaton, would you be so kind as to send me a Canadian hockey sweater for my boy, Rock, who is 10 years old and a little bit tall for his age. Dr. Robitaille thinks he's a little too thin. I'm sending you $3, please. Send me the change, if there's any. I hope your packing will be better than it was last time." Mr. Eaton answered my mother's letter promptly. 2 weeks after she wrote it, we received the sweater. It was one of the greatest disappointments in my life. Instead of the red, white, and blue Montreal Canadien sweater, Monsieur Eaton had sent the blue and white sweater of the Toronto Maple Leafs. I had always worn the red, white, and blue sweater of the Montreal Canadiens. All my friends wore the red, white, and blue sweater. And besides, the Toronto team was always being beaten by the Canadiens. With tears in my eyes, I summoned up the strength to say, I never wear that uniform. First of all, said my mother, you're going to try it on. If you make up your mind about something before you try it, my boy, you won't go very far in this life. I was crying. I can't wear that. Why? This sweater is a perfect fit. Maurice Richard would never wear it. You're not Maurice Richard. Besides, it's not what you put on your back that matters. It's what you put inside your head. You never make me put in my head to wear a Toronto Maple Leaf sweater. My mother sighed in despair and explained to me, if you don't keep this sweater, which fits you perfectly, I'll have to write to Monsieur Eaton and explain that you don't want to wear the Toronto sweater. Monsieur Eaton understands French perfectly, but he's English, and he's going to be insulted. Do you think he's going to answer us right away if he's insulted? Spring will come before you can play a single game. Just because you did not want to wear that nice blue sweater. So I had to wear the Toronto Maple Leaf sweater. When I arrived at the skating rink in my blue sweater, all the Maurice Richards in red, white, and blue came and looked at me. The referee blew his whistle, and I went to take my usual position. The coach came over and told me that I could be on the second line. By the third period, I still had not played. One of the defensemen was hit on the nose by a stick. It started to bleed, and I jumped into the ice. My moment had come. When the referee saw my Maple Leaf sweater, he gave me a penalty because there were already 5 players on the ice. That was too much. It was too unfair. This is persecution. It's just because of my blue sweater, and out of spite, I crashed my stick against the ice so hard that it broke. I bent down to pick up the pieces. When I got up, the young curate on skates was standing in front of me. My child, you're not going to lay down the law around here just because you're wearing a Maple Leaf sweater. A good boy never loses his temper. Take off your skates and go to the church and ask God to forgive you. Wearing my Toronto Maple Leaf sweater, I went to the church and prayed to God. I asked God to send me right away 100 million moths that would eat up my Toronto Maple Leafs sweater.
like that little pony. Looks like
$10 ain't much, but what'll we do if she won't wait?
I don't know.
He only wants them for chasing wolves, and I heard her say when we was here last time, she'd never sell to a wolf hunter.
I'd sure hate to see you go to him. He'd run the daylights right out of you.
Okay. Bye, Sally.
Bye, Ben. Well, I guess you've come to close the deal. This is the day, isn't it?
Yes, but it froze up and snowed so we couldn't do any more work around the place. And we're $10 short.
It's all in the tin except the $10.
And we'll have that by Christmas time.
I don't doubt that you'll get the money. But what's your dad think of all this?
Granddad told us how to go about it when he was here last summer.
He was real worried. Said he didn't understand why Dad wouldn't get us a horse around the place.
Well, if your granddad's behind the idea, that's good enough for me. I'll make out a receipt for the money that's in the tin.
We'll have to watch getting into the shed so we won't be seen. Here, Pancho. That's it.
Attaboy.
Just listen to Trixie. She's sure gonna be lonesome. Here's the receipt for your money, and I'll give you the bill of sale when you paid the balance.
Come on, Pancho. We'll soon have you home.
John and Kathy had often asked their father to get them a pony. But he always put them off by saying a 2,000-acre wheat farm was no place for a horse. Why, he'd spent practically all his life making the change over to power machinery, and blessed if he was going to be tied down looking after any more animals. 25 years ago, they had 60 head of horses, and it kept them and several hired men humping to get the work done. Besides, it took 300 acres to grow the oats and hay to feed that many horses. Now the work was done with machines, and with the help of 2 men, he could put the crop in and take it off. And besides, all the land could be used for growing wheat. No, he just couldn't understand why his children needed a pony. But Granddad understood. He said it was the silliest thing he'd ever heard tell of, when children living on a large farm couldn't have a horse. Goodness knows there's plenty of country to ride in. Go ahead, he told them. Save your money and get the pony and show your dad you can look after it. Well, now they had Pancho. And they'd have to hustle to get a stall fixed up to keep him warm. Maybe something would happen to change their father's mind.
Kathy and John, supper's all ready and waiting. Where are you? Do you hear me?
We're coming, Mother.
Did you find them? They're probably in the machine shed. They asked me how much money I'd pay them if they cleaned off the machinery. Seems as if they can hardly turn around these days without wanting money for it.
Well, it's getting near Christmas. You two had better hurry. I'm sure your father must be hungry with all the work he does around here these days. Well, I guess everything's on. Kathy, hang these up for me, dear. Just a moment, John. For goodness sakes, hurry, Dave.
How's the job coming on out there?
It's going to take us right up to Christmas to get all those machines cleaned off.
And you're to promise not to look at them before then.
Okay, just as you say.
You know, when you came in, I thought I could smell a horse. I guess I was just thinking about all the old harness hanging up out there. Aunt Margaret phoned this morning. I said we'd all go into Regina tomorrow, so we'll have to get away good and early.
Aw, gee, I don't want to go in there.
We were just there a little while ago at exhibition time.
Well, I'm not gonna go.
She's just as stubborn as her grandfather.
This is the first time you've turned down a chance to visit your cousins.
I still haven't got my speech good enough yet, and I've got to say it on Monday.
We'll get on with it tonight, and we'll decide in the morning. Your father and I are going into town tonight to see a picture. And I want both of you to go right on with your homework.
It was real luck having Mom and Dad away. Didn't take long to get the doors from the old horse stable fastened to the combines. And this tarpaulin from the big truck was making a dandy roof for the stall. After they got things straightened out with Dad, they'd fix up a real nice place for Pancho. But right now, he'd just have to get along with what they had. It was a good thing they'd hidden away 5 or 6 bags of straw at harvest time. If they were careful, it would last a few days. The clothes brush from the house was all right, for now. They'd surely find a real horse brush, and a curry comb, too, when they had time to look. There must have been lots of them around when there were 60 head of horses on the farm. Thank goodness they had enough hay to last till Christmas. Pancho could do all right on hay, for a while. But poor fellow, he really needed some oats, and there wasn't a note on the place. They'd have to get him some tomorrow, somehow. The only thing they weren't short of was water, if they could get it into the shed without being seen. Pancho might have to go a little short on exercise. But if Mom and Dad would let them stay home tomorrow, they could take him out for a good run. Anyway, who'd want to go to the city? And there was such a lovely pony to look after and ride.
I thought for a jiffy I heard a horse whinnying.
Nonsense. Just the effects of that film.
You had 3 hours last night to work on that speech. Now you tell me it's not ready. It sure beats me what you two do with your time.
It's not like you say, Mom. We was working.
It's we were working. Dave, what do you think about it? I told Margaret we'd all be going.
You're always out of gas with that thing. It only gets it in when I put it in.
I'm going to make the finals, Mum. You and the teacher say I can, if I really try.
That's the spirit, son. And I think, Grace, seeing that we're going to Maggie's for Christmas, they can skip it this time.
You can go right away, Mom. I'll do all the dishes, and we'll eat that cold ham.
Well, we might as well get away and leave you to it.
We can go now. I finished all the dishes.
I'm not ready yet. You go on and clean up the saddle. And get some bags.
Okay.
Miss Smith, fellow pupils, since I'm interested in prairie wildlife, I would like to tell you something of what it was like when our grandfathers came west with their plows. At that time, wildlife was abundant on these western plains.
I thought all you Smithers were going to Regina today. That's what we heard your mother say yesterday on the telephone.
We couldn't go. We had to come here and get some oats.
Oats? What's your dad wanting oats for around that place of his?
He doesn't want much. Only 2 bags.
How does he want to pay for them?
Oh, we're going to pay for them. Not right now. At Christmas time or just after.
Oh, now, just a minute. All the grain in this elevator belongs to the wheat board, and I can't let out a bushel without the cash. I suppose you got yourselves a pair of rabbits, and they won't eat wheat. Used to keep rabbits myself. Come on. I'll scratch you up enough oats to feed them for a month or 2, and it won't cost you a cent. You'll soon have more rabbits around your place than you can shake a stick at. I've heard your dad say more than once he'd never have another animal on the farm.
They're all gone, but we'll give you a good feed at supper.
You have the first ride. But don't let him take you out in the yard. Keep him behind the shed where the tracks won't show.
Oh, boy.
Easy, Pancho. Up you go.
You're gonna take me for a nice ride.
There we are.
Woo, fella.
Here.
He's wonderful, John, but I can't make him go.
Here, let me show you how. He's sure hard to pull. You'll have to watch him, Kathy. You have a good ride and bring him in. I'll clean out the stall. Never mind looking. You hurry and get a broom and start sweeping them out. Come on, Pancho. Come on, Pancho. Easy, boy. Oh, here.
Got them all swept out. No one can tell.
I hope you're right. We don't want them finding out before Christmas.
No.
Easy, boy.
I wish Granddad were here. He'd help us.
I don't know. He couldn't talk Dad into it last summer, and it's no different now. You better go get some water for Pancho, Kathy. You shouldn't run away and Kathy like that, Pancho. You sure shouldn't.
Then I was right. I did hear it last night.
I don't know what you heard last night, but I'm going to find out what's going on around here, and I suppose you're in it right up to your ears. What about that remark last night, smelling a horse?
Now, look here, Dave. I don't know a thing more than you do.
Well, I'll be.
Didn't you win the set of picnic race?
Grace, you know as well as I do, it's against all common sense to have a horse around the farm. Why, this one pony would have us tied to the place. Kind of lonely here. All by yourself.
Dave, we've got to be sensible about this. I think the children need a pony.
Oh, I'm not at all sure about that. But they certainly have shown a lot of initiative. Don't forget, I'm having a look at that machinery Christmas Eve. I gotta make sure I'm not overpaying you.
If we had a pony, we could ride to school. And it would save you and Mom a lot of trouble.
I thought you'd forgotten all about that. Surely you're not thinking of getting a pony right in the middle of winter.
That's what you said in the summer.
Come, children, we'll have to hurry. We may have trouble getting through the snowbanks on the Grand Coulee Road.
What's Dad making that he doesn't want us knowing about?
He's turned very secretive all of a sudden. It could be another piece of furniture. Oh, he's still in the shop. He's been there most of the day.
John won. He's in the finals.
By golly, that calls for something special.
Sure does. And I think you should get him something he really wants. For Christmas, too.
Oh, John, what do you think you'd like? How about a new bike? One of those racing models.
But, Dad, you know... Well, I mean, could I think about it and tell you later?
Well, if you want it by Christmas, it doesn't give us much time. But just leave it to me. I'll get something that'll make your eyes sparkle. And yours, too. But right now, I have to slip over to Brown's. And mind, I don't want either of you poking around in the shop before Christmas.
Here, Kathy, let's get this on.
Gee, Mom, I don't know what to do. Supposing he goes and gets me something I don't want.
And he might get something I can't use. But maybe John could take it back if he didn't want it.
Of course he'll let you take it back. Your father wouldn't want you to keep a present you didn't like. If I were you, I'd go out and get busy cleaning off that machinery. It'll give you an appetite for supper.
Just ain't fair. You aren't getting enough exercise. We've got to find out soon what'll happen.
Got lots of water for you, Pancho.
Easy, Pancho.
I think we should tell him tonight. We're plumb out of oats, and he might get us some.
Maybe you're right. But I was hoping if we waited until Christmas Eve, he just might listen.
Maybe. We've got enough hay to last. Do you really think he'll make us take him back?
He never even asked me if I wanted a horse when I got into the finals. And he knew we both wanted one.
You can't keep those children stewing around much longer. I can't bear to see them so worried on Christmas Eve. What are you going to do about it, Dave?
I know what I'm doing. And if I'm ever going to get it done, I got to get moving right now.
I'm getting real worried, Mom. Where do you think he is?
I really don't know. But don't you worry. He'll be here.
It's getting late now.
Hello?
Oh, Dave, another hour? Yes, I'll tell them. They've been wanting to see you before they go to bed. All right. Your father says he's got the grandest present you ever saw, and he would have been home earlier, but the fuel line on the truck froze up.
Tell us, Mom, please.
Hello?
That's a wonderful idea, Margaret. Come on out. Of course we can manage. So he thinks he'll surprise me. Well, I know him a lot better than that. Sure, we'll be ready for you. What do you think's happened? Your father phoned Aunt Mag, and they're all coming out for Christmas, and they want to stay the whole Christmas week.
Aw, gee, Mom. And we wanted to tell him something tonight.
Come, we'll go to bed, and don't you worry one little bit.
Isn't it lovely, John?
Never mind them, Kathy. We'll feed Pancho first and tell Dad as soon as we come in. He's got to know before they get here from town. Why, it's Trixie. Pancho was too lonely without his friend.
Oh, look, John. A toboggan. I bet you they mean it for driving to school. Like Dad said he used to do.
Sure, that's what he was making in the shop. Hey, Kathy, look at this. Why, he paid Mrs. O'Brien that $10.
It's just like Granddad said it would be. I gotta go tell Mom. Oh, gee, Mom. Did you know?
Not much, but I did a little guessing.
Well, John, I guess you're all fixed to stay farm.
Now, let me see. We used to have a couple of sets of harness that might fit. And we did have some bells. Remind me of that gypsy pony I once had. Don't blame the kids for wanting you. I like you myself.
He is a lovely horse. And to think the children did this all on their own.
Hurry, John, hurry. I know what it is. Open it. I want to know for sure.
Where'd you get him, Dad?
That's the guy from Granddad.
Gee, aren't they nice?
There, I guess that's just about right. Yeah, it should be okay.
What do you think of him, Granddad?
I couldn't have done better had I picked him myself.
tough and rugged West. Cowboy heroes ride alone. They have no past. They have few friends. Their hearts are pure. They never start a fight, but must be prepared to meet trouble at all times.
Get up. Get up. Go. Get up, boy.
Whoa, boy. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy. Whoa. Whoa, boy. Whoa.
Say, fellas, can I play?
Get out of here.
Aw, come on, fellas.
Get up. Get up. Go. Get up, boy. Get up.
Say, partner, have you seen this guy's sack of toys?
Thanks, old boy. Have one. Have one.
Christmas Eve. Isn't that nice, Scratchit?
Yes, Mr. Stewart, very nice.
It's good to see those happy motors making their way home, using our gasoline, running on our tires, lighting their homes with our electricity. Doesn't it make you proud, Scratchit? Attention, staff. Seeing it's Christmas, I'm sending everyone home early with a big bonus. And don't you come back till you've spent it. The more they get, the more they spend, the bigger we grow. Must keep the wheels oiled.
Since no one is here over the vacation, I'll turn down the heat.
Why, of course, Bob. Turn the heat down.
But sir,
don't touch that dial.
But sir, it's wasteful. The energy crisis.
Wasteful? Energy crisis? Bah! Humbug! Remember, Bob, this is a power company. We print energy. It's coming out of our ears. Why, if we didn't waste, we couldn't grow. Energy crisis. Bah! Come on, Bob. Let's go home.
See you for Christmas dinner at my place?
Thank you, Bob. I'd be delighted. But don't turn out the light. First, I'll check the presents. A digital toilet dispenser for Cousin Morris. Uncle Clive gets this automatic finger to help tie bows on parcels. An electric mirror for my niece Gloria.
You are the most gorgeous creature on earth. Your eyes, your skin, your hair, your hair, your hair, your hair, your...
And for Scratchit's invalid son, Tiny Jim, an orthopedic snowmobile. I can't wait to see his face. Oh, I think I'll turn in for an early night. Must be up first thing Christmas Day. I'll leave the lights on. They look so pretty. Hey, that's the 5th time this week. Cheap fuses. This time I'll use a nail. Who's that? Who's out there?
I am the ghost of Jacob Morlight.
Ghost? Jake, my old partner. Wait a minute. You don't look like Jacob.
What you see now reflects my former attitudes. Attitudes in which you still persistently indulge.
You mean I'll look like that someday?
Worse! Before this night is out, you will be visited by 3 spirits.
Spirits?
To show you energy as it was in the past, as it is today, and what it might be in the future.
What's that around your leg?
Oh, that. As punishment for my former extravagances, they tied this thing to my leg.
The autumn red's nice.
Should have got avocado. Give me a hand with this beast. Quick! If it goes off, we'll be up to our eyes in toast. Oh no! This is it! Take cover!
Oh my.
Hope you like it burnt. Look out for falling toast! Got to get this stuff out of here before he wakes up.
Oh, where am I? Oh, yes, the lights went out. I must have stumbled in the dark. What a dream. Old Morlight and those spirits. Oh, what's that in the corner?
I am the spirit of energy past, the days of discovery and growth. Look into my flame, what you see.
Why, it's Grandpa. He first pioneered this part of the country. And that's me on that rock.
One day, all this land will be yours, young Ebenezer. If this filthy black stuff doesn't ruin the turnip crop. There, that ought to hold it.
And that's Dad. He saw the value in Grandpa's black stuff and put it to good use.
But, Stooge, don't you remember the dying words of your grandfather? I've had a long, hard life, and you boys may have it easier with all this progress and stuff. But remember, always leave enough land for asparagus. It's time for me to go. When the clock strikes again, the spirit of energy present will appear.
Wow, 1 o'clock. Must be sleepwalking again.
Ebenezer Stooge!
Yes?
Of energy present, I am the spirit. To you I have come to pay a short visit. You are a thoughtless, extravagant man, using resources as fast as you can.
I am your light switch you always leave on. You could turn me off whenever you've gone. I'm your gas pedal rammed to the floor when off from a light like a rocket, you roar.
I am your garbage bag foul and distasteful. I am so full because you are so wasteful.
I am your furnace blazing away. At least turn me down at the end of the day.
I'm the machine that conditions the air. Summer and winter, it just isn't fair. Only a rich, self-indulgent old dunce would have both the furnace and me on at once.
That was the present. It's time I should leave, for Energy Future has more up his sleeve to scare and depress you and fill you with woe. He frightens me too. I really must go.
Wait! Don't leave me. I don't want to see the future. Oh dear, it's getting very cold in here. He must be coming.
Follow me, Ebenezer.
Hey, where are we going?
Into the not-too-distant future.
I can't go through the streets like this. Someone might see me.
Don't worry, no one lives here anymore.
My beautiful power company. It's in ruins. Why, those lazy bums. As soon as I'm gone, everything falls apart.
No, Stooge, it wasn't their fault. The Earth's fossil fuel simply ran out.
But what about other forms of power?
There wasn't time to develop alternate forms of power. If only you slow down instead of growing too fast. But there's something else I must show you.
What's this place?
Doesn't it look familiar?
Of course. I've got a plot here. Actually, it's a whole suite. If and when I go, I'll be put in deep freeze. And when they have a cure for death, I'll be defrosted. Oh, no! The power's gone! I'll thaw out and rot! Quick, do something!
I have no control over the future.
You haven't?
This is the future as it might be, if present circumstances remain the same. However, there is still time if you're willing to change.
Oh, yes, please. I'll change. I promise. I will. I'll do anything. No more waste, I promise. I'll eat 1-minute eggs. Never drive on Fridays. You gotta take me back. I'll be frugal. I'll really be different. Just give me a chance, please. Please, I'll even grow turnips like Grandpa said. Just take me back.
You didn't invite Stooge again, did you? We just can't handle more presents.
But honey, he's my boss. There he is now. Be nice.
Merry Christmas, Bob. Give me a hand with the presents.
Here we go again.
Bob, my boy, I'm a new man. At last, I've seen the light.
I knew I'd get through to him one day.
I'm so proud of you.
My dear, so you don't have to slave over a hot oven, I brought turkey-flavored gruel.
Ah.
And if you don't like it cold, there's Tabasco sauce.
Don't you think he's overreacting just a little?
Well, maybe. But let's humor him. At least he's changed.
Now, Bob, I know you hate the cold, so I got you this special winter coat. There. It has a porcupine fur lining. Gives a great illusion of warmth.
Remember, dear, we must humor him. At least he's changed.
I know he seems a little extreme. But he'll settle down later.
I've also decided to make you my new partner. You'll be working twice as hard for half the pay. It may be tough at first, but this way there'll be a better future for Tiny Jim.
Tiny Jim.
We've got to face it, Bob. The extravagant life is over. So, when we get back to the office, there'll be a lot of changes. We'll lower the temperature, use 9-watt light bulbs.
Gosh, fellas, do you think we pushed in too far?
You can work all day Sunday. From now on, even Greek gods must pull their own weight. Bah! Humbug! What a waste of electricity.
A North American metropolis, speaking 2 languages, prepares for its most festive season. Montreal, in the days before Christmas.
All right, choir. We'll do Ding Dong Merrily on High now. Boys, remember in the last chorus to sing it very softly the second time. Bring it right down to a whisper, will you? And you know those long runs, don't let them be slides. I want to hear each note crisp and clear. Just hum your first notes, will you please, now? Plenty of lip movement. Bounce them right off. Ding dong, merrily on high, and the bells are ringing. Ding dong, merrily the sky is lit with angels singing. Stop, quick. No. Remember what I told you about those long runs, all parts, but particularly sopranos. You must not slither on those notes. Each note clear now. Step. Don't slide or slither. All right, just pick it up the first time through that chorus again, please. Ready? And step. Ding dong, merrily on high, and the bells are ringing. Ding dong, merrily the sky is lit with angels singing.
The shortest days of the year. For most people, Christmas will mean a joyous celebration of the birth of the Savior, a promise fulfilled. And for all people, it will mean a celebration of another promise, the promise that in the due cycle of the seasons, warmth and brightness will return out of the winter's cold. And for some people, it will mean sore feet, frayed nerves, and an upset stomach.
Now, look here now. Now, what do you want this year now?
I baby.
The baby doll? Oh, I see. What do you want this year, you, eh?
I want a brick house.
Yeah, brick house, yes.
And I want a little toy like,
That's right, that's right, that's right. No, you're nice children, eh? You're nice girl, too? Well, you'll be at your place now. Bye-bye, bye-bye, little children. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Come this way, come this way. Oh, that's a nice girl. That's a nice girl. That's a nice girl. That's right. Now, what do you want now for Christmas, eh?
I want a Betsy Wetsy doll.
That's right.
A wedding doll. And some clothes. And a little crib.
That's right. And you what you know? No, what do you want? You want some nice good out there? Eh? What do you want? You want some nice? Eh? What you want to go? Okay. Bye-bye, little fellow. Bye-bye. Come this way. Let us see. Now, what do you want, you? Eh? Hey? What do you want this year?
I want 2 sets.
That's right. Bye-bye. Oh, the deux belles filles, ici, c'est ça, 2 belles filles. Donc, c'est où la voir?
Moi qui me dans la cave, puis une grosse
Oui.
Moi, je me suis cassée à la tête.
Tu t'es cassée à la tête? Voyons, comment t'as fait ça hier, hein? T'as tombé ça hier? Non,
Je venais pour traverser la rue, puis non, je veux dire que je me suis accrochée à mon parapluie, j'étais sur le trottoir. J'ai roulé dans la rue, je suis venue.
Hello there. No, what do you want this year for Christmas, eh? What do you want? A car? Would you like to have a car this year? Yes? You haven't got none yet, eh? You didn't get none last year, eh? No, eh? Oh, this year you want one, eh? Oh, I see. Well, now you're a nice boy. We'll be at your place. Bye-bye. Hello, big girl. Now we are. What are you going to ask Santa Claus this year, eh?
Well, I want a cowboy suit.
A cowboy suit? That's right. You look good in the cowboy suit, I think so, eh? And what?
And my sister wants a rocking horse.
A rocking horse, yeah, that's right. A rocking horse, that's right.
And for me, I want a pair of skates.
That's right, that's right. I guess we'll get you.
Skates.
Très bien. Alors... Bien. D'accord. Vous voudriez me l'envelopper alors? Et me dire combien? C'est combien?
7 et 25.
7 et 25?
Oui, madame. 45 cents. 16 livres.
Bon, Noël ne vient qu'une fois, d'accord.
Tout de même. À part,
vous asseyez sur ce troisième temps-là. In a Chelsea's day. Faut qu'il glisse avec l'autre. Autrement, vous brisez votre rythme continuellement. Gloria, Gloria, in a Chelsea's day. Vous le dites tout à l'hier. C'est à faux. In a Chelsea's day. C'est D. Qui est appuyé pour 6. Hein? Alors, encore une fois, Gloria. Tout de suite, Gloria. Gloria, Gloria.
Would you stand by? Your call to Scotland is ready.
Hello?
Hello? Are you Mrs. Devine? Yes. This is Montreal, Canada calling you. Mr. Mike Devine? There you are, sir.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Mom? Are you lost?
Oh, hello, Mr. Mike Devine?
Yes?
Yeah, but you have to speak louder, eh?
Okay, thank you. I say, Mom. Come on. My heavens. You're all too excited. How are you keeping?
Not so bad.
Good God.
It's cold.
You have?
Yes.
Oh, that's too bad. Are you crying too? Are you crying too?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, well. Tell me, Mum, before we get any further, is Sadie engaged?
Hmm?
Did Sadie get engaged?
Yes.
She did?
Yes.
I meant to send a telegram, but I didn't want to do it because I thought I might have been sending it without her being engaged.
On her birthday?
She is, that's fine.
English holidays. They took them all down to Scotland for the boats.
Oh, yes.
So she couldn't get away.
Uh-huh. Are you going to set out a plate for me this Christmas?
Pardon?
Are you going to set a plate for me this Christmas?
Didn't get that.
I said, are you going to put a chair at the table for me this Christmas?
Well, I would like to.
Remember how you told me you used to do that when I came away at first?
Yes.
You've got over it now, eh?
Yes.
No sign of the prodigal?
Yes.
Oh. God, I wish I was home.
Find the green light on your right. Come in, look. Green light on your right. Not on this one.
On the night of the 23rd, and nobody can find it. Name is Warner, Bill Warner. It may be under my wife's name. This is Jane Warner. I don't know.
Well, we can always try.
But it's taken me half an hour so far just to get up to this window, and this is the third one.
Attention, please. Last call for Colonel London, Detroit, and Chicago. Leaving immediately on track number 18. Partant immédiatement sur la voie numéro 18.
Please.
Attention, please. We're calling Mr. James McLaren.
Well, fine, but can we have that the little bottle to go along
Yeah,
with
well,
it?
I think I suggest you take the full bottle because you're going to indulge quite a lot this Christmas, and I'll give you a little 1 ounce bottle. You'll take the 1 ounce each time you have a meal, and within 5 or 10 minutes you'll be feeling wonderful.
Is that before or after?
No,
the
you'll
meal?
take that after meals.
After each
meal.
Oh, yes, always. Oh, yes, they celebrate Christmas much too soon. They start early in the day, and then the Christmas goes by, and they haven't really enjoyed themselves. Myself, I wait till after the holidays. Another thing I like about the Christmas spirit is at night, when I go down to Notre Dame Church, and I listen to those Christmas carols and that midnight mass. That's one thing that I will say about Montreal. They sure do have some lovely midnight masses around town here at all of the churches. What do I think about Christmas? Look, Christmas is just one thing. People come here to have a good time, and it's all locked up. And the first thing they ask you for, where's the nearest bootlegger? And brother, I know where they're all at. Thank you.
Everybody get ready. We all ready? Here we go.
place quickly, and I do hope you've managed to learn the words. Oh, yes, sir. From the first verse again, 1, 2, and 3. Numbered in the sky. Stop. That's the worst singing I've ever heard. Get out and don't come back until you can at least sing like an angel. Oh, what's the use? I can't do anything right. I'm only trying to have fun, but everything always goes wrong. What can I do? The whole trouble is that there isn't anything in heaven for a small angel to do. I'm so homesick. Well, not that heaven isn't beautiful, but earth was beautiful too. Wasn't it made by God himself? There were trees to climb, brooks to fish, the sun, the rain, and lots of mud. I remember my happy days on earth. I know exactly what you mean. Is there anything I could do or get for you that would make you happier in heaven? Oh, yes, there's a box under my bed back home, just behind my big brown rubber boot. If only I could have that.
The season of rebirth and renewal of the hopes of men. The unchanging spirit of it is touched on in The Praise of Christmas, a poem written hundreds of years ago. 'Tis ill for a mind to anger inclined, to think of small injuries now. If wrath be to seek, do not lend her thy cheek, nor let her inhabit thy brow. Cross out of thy books malevolent looks, both beauty and youth's decay, and wholly consort with mirth and with sport to drive the cold winter away.
TransCanada 622, operator 12. Change frequencies. And wish the boys in Bermuda a Merry Christmas.
So, tomorrow's Christmas. That's a day off for me.
Oh, Dick.
Art.
Oh, how's it going?
Good. Yourself?
Not bad, not bad. You all set for the festive season?
Oh, yeah. You know, I don't do much on Christmas. Just relax, you know, with a few friends.
Well, a young fellow like yourself, you know. Me, the wife's family comes over. It's a big production, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all for the kids, eh?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see ya.
Okay. See ya.
It could be fun, though. If you had somebody to spend it with you. Ah, jeez. Would you mind? Sorry, bud. What a way to start a day.
Hello, Dick.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Dick.
For today's rat race, the starters in the race, Al and Pete. This race today we expect to be a real thriller. The odds are even. Al, who has a lot
Ready, boys?
Anytime, Dick. Yeah, anytime.
Okay.
They're coming up to the starting line now. Al on the inside, Pete on the outside. They're just loosening up.
Me this time, Al. Okay, Pete.
Indeed should be a thriller. The bets are even up there. They drive full position.
Yep.
Al has been
They're off.
in the post. Pete is forging the front up by a full tail length.
Well,
now as they
another
go
day,
around
another dollar. Hey, Jim? Oh, you bet, Dick. And that's $1 I can use right now, too.
Personnel wants to see you, Dick.
Okay. Christmas bonus?
Sorry, Bear. You're laid off. Come in next week for your pay.
Great. That's just great. It's going to be another crummy Christmas.
Hey, spending Christmas alone, Bear?
Me? Well,
You can come over if you haven't any place to go.
I think I'm going to a ski resort with some girls. Skiing.
You lucky dog. Okay. Have fun. See ya.
What did I say that for? I don't even know any girls. Now what do I do? A couple of shots might cheer me up.
What'll it be, Bob?
Oh, give me a honey.
Do it to me again there, barkeep. What are you staring at, bub? That's right. I'm Santa. Me. So what? Bah. Makes me sick. Santa? Who's he? Some jerk in Eaton's. Ho, 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 ho. A rented suit and a phony beard. Bah. Well, what are you looking at me like that for? Don't you think I have emotions? You think I like what I see in my rounds? Christmas is just a big commercial orgy. There's no feeling in it, you know? You wouldn't know. It's all just an exchange of goods. That's what Christmas is now. It makes me sick. Ah!
How about it, Santa? Any more?
No, it's Christmas Eve. I gotta go. Don't know why I should, though. Who cares about Christmas?
Was that really Santa?
That's right, Bob. The one and only.
Jeez.
I'm closing. You want to pay for that now?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Keep the change.
Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Same to you. Christmas is for kids. I'll hit the hay. Any girls under there? No.
Don't you think I have emotions? You think I like what I see in my round? There's no feeling in it, you know? You wouldn't know.
Moose Factory is on an island located in Moose River among the tidal flats of James Bay's lowlands, opposite Moosonee. The village has a population of about 1,500 people, Crees of the Algonquin Nation. The children of Moose Factory speak Swampy Cree and also English as their second language. Here, they speak with their drawings about life around them and how they feel when Christmas time comes.
This is my mother making bannock. She's ready to put it in the oven. When it's ready, we take one. I'd like to drink tea, coffee, orange juice, Coke, and ginger ale, and Pepsi, and homebrew. This is my house and my grandmother's tent. This is me and taking my dog for a walk. My mother's going to the store. My mother's going to go shopping. It was in the daytime. Then there was a woman with us, and she said, "Look over there, we see a bear." So we looked, and then we saw a black bear standing up. Then the kids started screaming, so the bear ran in the bush. And there were me, Marlene, Delma, Arnold, my mother, Kathleen, Matthew, Marshall. There were 9 of us there, and we were scared. My father was gone, somewhere far. So we went to the kitchen and stayed there till my father came back. After a while, my father went in the bush with a gun and he shot a muskrat. It was a big fat one. So we brought it back to the kitchen and we ate it. I went to Moosonee on a skidoo. We went to the Hudson Bay store. And we went for a ride on a skidoo. And we went home by a skidoo. We had a Christmas tree in our house. We decorated. There was a girl, 10 years old, and she was thinking of some things she wanted to get from Santa. Then she got an idea, and she wanted to get a skates and radio and a pair of pants and a sweater. Then she wrote a letter to Santa, then hanged it up in her stocking. Then when Santa came, Santa put a pair of skates and a radio and a pants and sweater for her. And when it was morning, their children came down. Then when she looked in her stocking, she had what she wanted. There is 9 of us, and there are 9 presents under the tree, and there is one for each of us. There is a gold star up in the sky. A gold star. A gold star. A gold star. A gold star. Gold star. I see the gold star. This is an Indian angel flying in the sky. This is an Indian angel going to church.
There is no corresponding English name for this.